Leaving the crowd behind, although other boats followed. The Bible says other boats followed, and the master too followed. I understand that kind of convoy. Pilot 1, pilot 2. Continue, 37. And Jesus was in one of the boats. But soon after, a fierce storm came up. Somebody says storm came up. The Bible says high waves were breaking into the boats, and it began to fill with water. A storm came up. They didn't plan for that storm, but the storm showed up. Continue, 38. Jesus was sleeping at the back of the boat with his head on a cushion. And the disciples woke him up, shouted, "Teacher, don't you care that we're going to drown?" Understand what happened here? Immediately Jesus said, "Let us go to the other side." They said, "Master, enter. We are going together." And immediately the master entered. After a while, I'm sure the breeze could be so good. The man put his head on the pillow and he slept off. I pray for somebody here tonight. God will give you peace in the name of Jesus. In the place of storm, God will give you peace in the name of Jesus. The Bible says, as they moved, the storm came up. As the storm came up, what did they do? They went to Jesus. "Master," King James said, "carry thou that will perish." And they said, what? They woke Jesus up. And Jesus said, "Wow, what is it? What is it? I've been preaching since. Now I finished preaching. You will allow me to sleep." He said, "Master, it's not like that. The storm, the storm, the storm." And Jesus said what? He rebuked the wind and said to the water, the Bible said he rebuked the wind, number one. Then he spoke to the water. He said what? "Silence, be still." He rebuked the wind and he spoke to what? The water. Meaning that what? The water had what? Ear to hear you. The wind had what? Ear to hear you. The elemental forces of the earth, they have ears. So somebody can be in this assembly and is speaking. You'll be looking at you, what's wrong with this person? He's saying something to some elements. The Bible said, "Be still." And suddenly the wind stopped. And there was what? There was a great calm. And suddenly, the what? It was a great calm. I pray for you to be calm in your marriage in the name of Jesus. Anytime Jesus speaks, everything around you obey. Psalm 18 verse 44. Psalm 18 verse 44 and 45. Psalm 18 verse 44 to 45. It says, "As soon as they hear of me, they will obey me." Why? Because I'm the master. As soon as they hear of me, they will obey me. The Bible says they will submit. Foreign nations will submit unto me. If you can change it to King James now. I love King James. It says, as soon as they hear of me, they will do what? They will obey me. "Stranger, they shall submit unto me." And then they will submit unto me. Verse 45. Quickly. Verse 45. Quickly. "The stranger shall fade away and be afraid out of their close places." Whatever storm around you that is coming, they are what? They are strangers. It could be straight storms of no marriage, no money. Business are not moving. Those are what? Storms of life. But tonight, Jesus will intervene in the name of Jesus. I say Jesus will intervene in the name of Jesus. Let's go back to that Mark 4, 39, 40, and 41 quickly. Mark 4, 39, 40, and 41 quickly. Yes, it said, "And he arose and he rebuked the wind." 40 now. 40, quickly, 40. He said, "And he said unto them, why are you so fearful?" Jesus speaking unto the disciples. "Why are you so what? Fearful? How is it that ye have no faith?" So he confronted them and said, "You have no faith." Simple. And 41. "And he said unto them, and they feared exceedingly, and they said one to another, What manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" I pray for somebody tonight as you pray. The elemental forces will obey you in the name of Jesus. I said they will obey you in the name of Jesus. The Bible said the wind, they obey him. Everything around him obey him. And the disciple had to ask him, why is it that all these things they had to obey? Beloved, there are storms in life that only Jesus can intervene. There are things that happen in life that you know that your power, your ability cannot overpower it, except he intervene in your life. And I pray for somebody tonight, Jesus will intervene in the name of Jesus. While I was going through the scriptures, I tried to see what happened. I tried to check all what happened. The encyclopedia said where they were actually traveling through, the sea where they were traveling through, the lake where they're moving in, the lake of Galilee, it was 41 kilometers long. 41 kilometers long and 13 kilometers widest. 41 kilometers long, 13 kilometers widest. And at this particular point in time, it was to cross it, it would take 5 miles. I put this because of some of us that know how to swim. When you go for swimming tests, in some of these companies, they give you swimming tests. It's just 50 meters they give you. 50 meters. So if you can survive 50 meters, then their calculation is that you should be able to survive 2 minutes. But here, the storm came, and they had to pass through 41 kilometers. So no wonder the disciples say, careless God, that will perish. This one is not 50 meters. If it's 50 meters, I can cross from here to where the media is. That is like 50 meters. But outside here, if the storm happens, you need intervention. I pray for somebody. God will intervene in your life in the name of Jesus. I say God will intervene in your life in the name of Jesus. Understand what the disciples did. Number one, they actually woke up what? Jesus. They woke up the master. They woke up the master. So in anything you are doing, make sure the master is always with you. Psalm 107, verse 28 to 31. Psalm 107, 28 to 31 quickly. Psalm 107, 28 to 31 quickly. And then they cry unto the Lord in their trouble. They bringeth them out of their distresses. I love this. Anytime you cry out, the master is ready to be out. David is a master in what? Crying out. They decided to do what? Cry out in their trouble. In any challenge you find yourself, please make sure you cry out. No wonder in Mark chapter 10, verse 46. Mark chapter 10, verse 46, quickly. Mark chapter 10, verse 46. Mark 10, 46. And as they went to Jericho, he went out of Jericho with the disciples. And a great number of people, blind Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, and they sat by the highway side begging. Quickly, 47, if you're there. And when they had heard that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out. Anytime they notice that it's the master, the next thing is to do what? Cry out. Somebody, you will cry out tonight, and God will intervene in your mind in the name of Jesus. God will intervene in your matter in the name of Jesus. They began to cry out. Hear me, this is blind Bartimaeus. The Bible said, what did he say? He said, Son of David, have mercy upon me. Continue quickly, continue. Have mercy upon me. And many charged him that he should hold his peace. Many told him, keep quiet. But he did what? He cried the more, a great deal. And he said what? Thou son of David, have mercy upon me. I could understand what the man is imagining there. And said, now you can't help me. You cannot open this eye. And the master is crossing. And I'm crying, thou son of David, have mercy. And you are telling me to keep quiet. You are not in my shoes. Tell your neighbor, you are not in my shoes. Ah, yes. If they could intervene and open his eye, the next thing to do is what? Receive your sight. And they could not do that. The next thing to do what? Is to shut him down. Any power shutting you down in the place of greatness right now, heaven will silence them in the name of Jesus. I say heaven will silence them in the name of Jesus. Heaven will silence them in the name of Jesus. In Psalm 18 verse 1, Psalm 18 verse 1, quickly. Psalm 18 verse 1, Psalm 18 verse 1, quickly. Psalm 18 verse 1. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. Continue. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. David speaking now. The Lord is my rock and my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, is my buckler, the horns of my salvation. Continue up to verse 6. Give me verse 6 quickly. And he said what? I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from my enemies. Anytime you call upon him, he's ready to save you. Tonight he will save you in the name of Jesus. In verse 17 quickly, verse 17 of that. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from them which hated me. Anytime you call upon, it will deliver you. He said, for they were too strong for me. But what did I do? First thing is I call upon him. To do what? To intervene. He now did what? He delivered me from my strong enemies. Now go to verse 40 and 42 and then 48. And then he delivered me from my strong enemy. Yes, 40. Then did I beat them small as dust before the wind, and I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. Did you see now? Anytime I call upon him, he will empower you to do what? To actually defeat them. Tonight you will defeat them in the name of Jesus. 43, quickly, 43. Look at what David said. He said, thou hast delivered me from the striving of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the hidden. A people whom I have not known, they shall do what? They shall serve me. I pray for you. Foreigners will serve you in the name of Jesus. I say foreigners will serve you in the name of Jesus. Foreigners will serve you in the name of Jesus. 44, quickly, up to 48, quickly. He said, as soon as they hear of me, they will do what? They will obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. Tonight they will submit themselves unto you in the name of Jesus. And 47 and 48, because of time. 47 and 48. It is God that avenged me. I love this. It is God that did what? Intervene. It is God that intervened. It is not me. It is God that intervened, and he avenged me, and he subdued people under me. Anytime you have victory, know that it's coming from what? From him. It is not you per se, but it is what? It is him. You have a part in it, but it is what? It's him doing it. It is God. Yes, 48. He delivered me from my enemies, and yea, thou lifted me up above those that rose up against me. Thou hast delivered me from what? From violent men. Whether you like it or not, there are violent men up and down. Violent men. Violent police. What to make a policeman to shoot a woman, pregnant lawyer, on eve of what? Christmas. Christmas day. Shot her and then killed the baby inside the womb. Inside the womb. And you say there are no enemy. What does it mean to intervene quickly? It means to interfere. It means to interpose. It means to mediate. What does it mean to intervene? Number one, I said, it means to interfere. It means to interpose. It means to mediate. So Jesus Christ, the King of Kings, is the go-between, is the one that will mediate between that thing that is actually troubling you and what is around you. It's one that will do what? That will mediate. So the disciples knew this very well, and they had to wake him up and say, Master, didn't you care that we'll perish here? The wind is here, the storm is here, please do something. What do we mean by divine intervention? It means God getting involved in the affairs of your life to help you. What do we mean by divine intervention? It means God getting involved in the affairs of your life to help you. God coming into your situation to help you. You want to pay your house rent? You want to travel, you're not sure what is happening, you need God to intervene. In Daniel chapter 6 verse 20, in Daniel chapter 6 verse 20, in Daniel chapter 6 verse 20, Daniel 6:20. It said, and when he came to the den, he cried out with a lamenting voice to Daniel. And the king spoke, saying to Daniel, Daniel, the servant of the living God, has your God whom you serve continually been able to deliver you? This is a king telling Daniel, asking Daniel in the lion's den, has your God been able to do what? To deliver you. This is the king. You're familiar with this story. Daniel was locked up in the den. And the king went to his house and he didn't eat all through the night. And in the morning he had to go and look at Daniel. And he said what? Oh Daniel, has your God whom you serve continually been able to deliver you? He cried out. And Daniel said what? Yes, O king. Your God has done what? Has delivered me. Tonight, God will deliver you in the name of Jesus. Divine intervention is God coming into your matter when you least expected it. Divine intervention is God coming into your matter when you least expected it. In Job chapter 1 verse 13, Job chapter 1 verse 13, Job chapter 1 verse 13 quickly. It was a story of Job. The Bible said there was a storm that came and attacked Job. When it was a day, his sons and his daughter, they were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And what happened? Verse 14. Verse 14 quickly. And then there came a messenger. The oxen and the plow were asses feeding beside them. Go to 16, 17 quickly. 17 quickly. 17 up to 19. And while he was yet speaking, there came another, and he said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, and have slain the servants at the edge of the sword. 19 quickly. 19 quickly. 19 quickly. The Bible says, and there was a what? Behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and it smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they were all what? Dead. That was a storm. The wind came and it fell upon all the young men, and they were all what? They all died. So what happened? Job went down. He's been up there.